Yeah, I'd agree.
It has to be basically the montage has to be as good as the Nike advert circa 2000. Because
So we're pretty much ruling out Channel 5's coverage here.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
To be, thing is, we're also rolling out. No, hang on, I'm getting confused now. The BBC do good montages, but they don't have adverts.
They do the best montages.
Yeah, they do, but they don't have adverts. So it basically comes down to BBC or Sky.
Yeah, Sky. Sky are full of adverts.
Let me just break this down for you here. So if BBC were to show Premier League games, right, and as we know, Sky already do show Premier League games, I would still rather choose Sky over the BBC, purely because of the punditry.
Oh yeah, it's far superior, I think.
It is far superior, but I have to say BBC is good.
Yeah, well, especially when you compare it to ITV.
Guys, I'm getting I've got technical issues here. I'm getting massive feedback or echo from one of you two.
Yeah.
It sounds okay here.
Okay. I think it's from Josh.
Yeah. I'm usually I usually cause all of the errors.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, right. Okay. What I was going to say was, me and Josh were having a discussion the other day. We said, why aren't there any good football adverts anymore? Like Will says, the Nike adverts circa 2000, right? They were brilliant, and the reason we came up with is because Edgar Davids is retired.
Yeah, Edgar Davids and his sunglasses. Yeah, that's true.
Like, you just don't get those good football videos anymore because he's gone.
What year was the? I think it was Nike advert with Brazil, and it had Ronaldo Bold just doing a street kind of football and stuff. It was really good. I think it must have been around 2000.
I think it was circa 2004.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
2004?
Yeah. Well, I completely made that up.
That wasn't a World Cup year. That wasn't a World Cup year.
Well, I think it was purely a presumption.
It had Ronaldo of old doing like street football, and he was going through like an airport terminal just doing street football.
I know when that was. That was 1998.
Did you just pluck that out of thin air again, Josh?
That is not just out of the blue. I know that because I've researched that, and that is correct.
Well, that's good facting. I like that.
I've got a question for you here, George. Just come in. It's from Jason in Abingdon.
Hello, Jason.
If you had to pick a professional footballer to be your partner for a charity darts night hosted by Jim Bowen, who would you pick and why?
That's a great question. I probably... Is it any footballer, as in retired or playing?
Any footballer. Any footballer.
I'd have to go with Neville Southall. He looks like the darts player anyway. He was a right fat bastard, but he's got the darts blood in him, so we're obviously going to win.
He's good with his hands as well. Good with his hands.
Good with his hands. Yeah, so his wife says. So yeah, it's going to be great.
I've got to say, Neville Southall is a brilliant keeper. Like, I've watched him in the Legends games, and he is so fat, but he dances. He flies across like a bird. Like, he's incredible. Incredible.
He moves well for a big man, I've got to say.
He moves a lot better than Frank Lampard.
Yeah, well, yeah. My dead gran moves better than Frank Lampard.
Can you think of any other fat footballers?
Charlie
Adams. He's pretty fat.
Right. You wouldn't believe what I've just done. I've just taken a toilet break on a live radio broadcast, but no one realised.
It was. I thought for a second you might have gone somewhere. But I didn't.
I'm contemplating technical issues because from what we've discussed, Kiev and Gdansk aren't that great for Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
No, they aren't. They aren't. Part of the reason why is because Ukraine is still part of the communist regime, and they're yet to get internet. So I'm actually broadcasting this via a satellite phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure Ukraine is still communist? I think that's a debatable point.
Well, I mean, you can debate many things.
I mean, everybody knows that the internet in Russia is powered by Vladimir Putin cycling on a bike non-stop 24/7. And when you see Vladimir Putin in public, it's not actually him; it's a double.
Yeah.
That's why the internet in Russia is so bad.
So who powers the internet in China then? Because they just can't see anything.
Yeah, well, no, the internet in China is like it's only in Russia. Like it's just powered by Putin on the bike. He's just a puppet.
Love it.
Anyway, we're moving slightly off football here. I've got a question from Michael in Accrington, and he says, "Why won't Michael Owen just go away?"
I don't know. I wish you would though.
But this is a very good question, actually, and one that I don't think I can answer. I mean, it's that good a question.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Michael. I wonder if Michael from Accrington is actually Michael Owen.
Do you think he's contemplating suicide? Or maybe
Well, I mean, I would if I had that many injuries.
I'd certainly get in a wheelchair, one of those joystick ones. It'd be a lot easier.
I've got a good. I've got a good story, actually.
Go on.
Go on.
The other day, I had to go and get some wheel nuts for my car. So I went to this breaker's yard in Whitney, and it was called Claridge's Breakers. And when I got there, it was Steve Claridge's Breakers. No joke, Steve Claridge's Breakers. Imagine my disappointment when Steve Claridge wasn't the Steve Claridge. I was really disappointed. And to add to my disappointment, as I know nothing about cars, because all I know about is football, I bought 4 of the wrong wheel nuts. They didn't fit on my car. So it was a complete waste of time. It was a complete waste of Steve Claridge's time. And it was a complete waste of money as well. So, you know, the whole thing was just a joke.
That's massively disappointing.
Yeah,
that could be even more disappointing than. Actually, hang on, I've got a fact here. Sorry, I've gone slightly off topic again. Did you know that Gary Lineker has a brother called Barry?
No.
Rubbish. Surely not.
Barry.
No, I totally made that up. I mean, imagine having a sibling called Barry.
Barry Lineker.
Barry Lineker.
Yeah.
Barry and Gary. Okay.
That was made up.
Well,
I wish it was. I wish it was true. If there's anything I wish it was true, it would be that.
Josh.
Oh yeah.
Josh, I've got a question for you here, and this is from myself.
Yes.
Nobody sent this in. I've just got a question for you. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Do you think you could outrun Eric Cantona in one of his films?
Oh wait, hang on. Are you referring to his most recent film?
Yeah.
Where there's that chasing.
Absolutely.
Well, if we're referring to that scene, there's actually there's a woman in that scene who actually manages to outrun Cantona. So basically, it all comes down to sexism.
Do you think you could run faster than a woman? Basically, that's what I'm saying.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I'm saying, do you think you could run faster than a woman? Basically, what I'm saying is, are women rubbish?
As goalkeepers, yes.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point, because women's football would be highly enjoyable if it wasn't for the standard of goalkeeping.
And the standard of shooting.
Yeah, but the actual players are okay. Like Marta from Brazil, brilliant player. But
Right, I'm going to go on a political nightmare here, but I've got to say, they're not good. They're not good. Come on.
Well, this is the thing. It could be all right, but the goalkeepers are just so bad, so bad. Like,
yeah, that's true. But then you have to question the coaches involved, don't you? Really?
yeah, but it just goes by that old thing that girls can't catch. Like it's like watching a seal trying to catch a fucking. Oh, sorry, I swore again.
This is awful. This is dreadful journalism.
terrible.
I mean, this is worse than The Guardian.
Yeah, but at least we can spell. Like you know, the Guardian can.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but it's like watching a seal try and catch a buttered oyster. It's just shameful. It's shameful goalkeeping. Shameful goalkeeping.
Okay, I've been Facebooked a question for both of you here from Chellips in Stockport, and he asks if you could score your favourite football goal, which would it be? So I guess by that he means if you have a mental picture of your favourite goal from Premiership or national goals, which one would you have scored?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is
for example,
question.
For me, I would have been Michael Owen with that 40-yard belter against Arsenal a few years back.
Oh, that was a great goal. That was a great goal.
That was an absolute cracker.
That was a cracker. So, what are your answers, guys?
Oh God, I might have to come back to this. It's quite, I require deep thought for this question. Deep.
I'd probably go for what's his name? Laurent Robert's free kick against. I can't remember who it was against, but it was a great free kick.
Oh, he scored many great free. I tell you exactly who I'd go for. I'd go for Jimmy Traore's own goal against Burnley in the League Cup. That you won't see a better finish than that.
But Rowan, that's not Premier League.
Oh
yeah, good point.
Oh, did it have
good point?
Did it have to be Premier League? Oh, Premier League. Okay. In that case, I might go for.
Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Leeds.
No, I'd go for Tony Yeboah for Leeds. I can't remember who it was against.
That's a great shout.
But it was a killer. It was a killer.
No,
it was a goal to end all goals. Probably one of the best I've ever seen in the Premier League. Apart from two guys' goal. You know what I'm talking about, Josh. That volley.
Yeah, I do. I know. Well, the volley.
But I think the only reason it's that good is because of the commentary that goes with it. Because it's
exceptional.
He shouts two guy, but his voice breaks. He's like,
yes, he does.
He's like, two guy. Like I can't even do it justice. I cannot do it justice.
Do it again. Do that again.
If you'd like to hear that in its true colours, search that on YouTube. Search two guy volley, and that will come up. And you'll hear the commentary. Hopefully it won't be in Arabic, as most videos are these days of football games on YouTube. No, I'm not insinuating Arabic people, saying that they're bad people. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, don't open that can of worms, mate.
Time to time, Arabic commentary can be a bit excessive.
But how do you know, Josh, that the commentary in Arabic is better if you speak Arabic?
Oh well, I'm not doubting that. I'm not. You put me in a bad situation here.
You dug your own grave.
Indeed. So let's move on.
Yeah. Let's move on rapidly.
I've got a fact for you here. I've got a fact. Well, actually, I say it's a fact. Really, it's a news flash.
What was that?
Basically, Glenn Johnson yesterday in the match. This was actually pre-match. He managed to miss the team photo at the beginning of the match.